All right, here we go. And let's take one. I'm going to try doing one, and we'll go from there. So, I'm Craig from Beam Farm, and I run a medium-sized poultry operation here. We got chicken, quail, geese, ducks, and turkeys, and then we have a few guardian dogs, and that's about it. Got a couple kids, human kids. Anyways, so I was asked to talk about how to brood chicks, and not just my setup, but just in general. So I want to show multiple different ways how to brood a chick. And so what happens the day you get it home from, say, the post office. When you get chicks from the post office, they come in, or your incubator, you just had a really awesome hatch. You went from there. See, when you need eggs, you just come to the barn and get some eggs. And wife is leaving them. My wife, love you. All right. So first, you got your chicks home, and let's just say they were in the mail. They were in the mail for 2 to 3 days, approximately. So these chicks, they're cold, okay? So you need, one, a heat source. Tractor Supply, make the Producer Pride heat plate, okay? This is big enough for 50 baby chicks on chickens. So it would probably do at least 100 quail. The only problem I have with the Producer Pride one is that these plates are designed to, the chick needs to be touching the bottom of it. And since the quail chicks are so small, their backs do not touch this quail plate, or this plate. So what I've done is that I just modified it myself, or I didn't even modify it, but I lower it down myself to only on the legs, and just put it underneath it. And then I have it at an angle. So the quail chicks for Mo, like, they can either get warm, or they can get, hold on, sorry. The quail chicks, they can get under here and touch the plate if they need to, or nah. I'm missing a leg on this. That's why it's kind of wobbly, but that's just what I had. Anyways. Also, this is from comfortchicks.com. I don't know. It's a different kind of brooder plate. It's a lot smaller. I think, I'm almost positive Rent-A-Coop makes one. Okay, and that's the one I would probably recommend the most. Okay, but this one I love for my quail chicks because it has adjustable legs. You just push the tab there, and I can go way low on these brooder plates. So you just lower down. And you, boom, almost on the ground. It says a 110 outlet. You got your, you need to put these on a surge protector. That's important. And this landing, I have mine set up over here. And the reason I'm going to plug this in is by the end of the deal, I'm going to go ahead and take a temperature reading of this and show you how hot it really is. A lot of people use, my personal barn is not heated. My personal space where I brood chicks is not heated. It's insulated, but I also have 2 exhaust fans. So it's actually probably cold as outside here. And I still use heat lamps. It's recommended not to use that. I think even if your barn burns down, your house burns down, whatever, your insurance is going to be like, hey, what's going on here? So I don't recommend heat. So we're going to let this heat up for a few minutes, and then I'm going to show you a reading on how hot it gets, actually. Okay, so we got heat, and we're going to get them hot. So they're stressed out. They come home, they're in the mail, they've been in the incubator. I use some hydro hit in there. You can also get electrolyte from Save a Chick. These are Save a Chick. Buy this stuff at Tractor Supply, Menards, Atwoods, wherever you buy your chicken supplies. Get them from Chewy or whatever. I'm not real particular, but I put a little bit in my waters. I also, myself, I make this fermented garlic honey. It's got garlic, apple cider vinegar, um, some rosemary and thyme in here, and apple cider vinegar. And that's what I put in my chicks' water instead of electrolytes or hydrogen, because I'm on such a different scale than most people. It's probably the best taste. The honey makes it sweet for them, and it makes a good antibiotics for them and immune system booster. And I have big, huge, healthy chicks. You hear the roosters crowing, they love us. So they just want to know what's going on. So you have I've got my chicks in the mail from Bryant Roost, because she's the only one I know that really ships some quail chicks. But chicken water, boom, got a chicken water. This is 1 gallon, Little Giant. I'm not paid by any of these companies. What I keep on hand. This is way too big for a quail chick. Okay, so way too big. So my suggestion is to get my driveway is gravel. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pick up some big rocks and put it in the bottom. They should only be able to touch the water like this much. I barely dip their feet in it. If those quail chicks get cold, them chicken chicks, if they get cold, they will not strive. They will sometimes and likely die or drown themselves, especially if they're brand new chicks. It's really a problem, and we don't want that to happen. So, and I'm getting a phone call. I will deny that and put this on Do Not Disturb. Thank you very much. Anyways, so this is chicken water, and it will be fine for your chickens. It will be great for your quail. You just need to put some rocks in this bottom until they grow up and learn, hey, I don't want to drown anymore. Happen a lot. Okay? This is a quail waterer difference than the chicken. So this one's for chicken, this one's for quail. I'm just showing y'all the up close difference. So, and these both go onto a jar. Like, nope, that's a wide mouth. It's just on a standard canning jar, or you can buy the plastic that goes with it. I don't have one available. I have all my brooders are full right now, so I'm not going to be able to show that right this second. Maybe when I show you my brooder, you'll be able to see the little plastic jugs that go with it. That's what holds the water. So we're going to talk about next feed. You got your chicks in. We're going to feed them. So what do we want? Quail chicks need high protein. They make hamburg, or however you say it. They make a turkey starter. They make a game bird starter. One is medicated, one's not. It's your choice, your preference. We don't use medicated feed here on our farm because our chicks don't touch their own manure for coccidiosis. So that medication is only for coccidiosis, and it's in their intestinal linings. And so we'll just go to Tractor Supply a lot of times, and we get the Purina Game Bird. It's a 30% nutrition. It might not be the best in the world. I would not stress so much about the feed as you would high protein, high amino acids. Don't worry, like whatever's really available to you. Well, I'm in Oklahoma, so we have a Stillwater Melling. They make a medicated quail starter from A&M Feed, and that's a great feed. We used it for a long time, but I just switched over from not using medicated. And medicated, I recommend to all my customers stuff. So it's just not what we use specifically, because I don't know what environment my customers are growing in or whatever. And then some of them don't want medicated feed. Like it's not putting antibiotics in there. It's actually usually like Corid is what it is. So, and I can't say the word, so I'm not even gonna try. So your feed is your main that they're nutrition. And do you need to grind your feed for quail chicks? Absolutely not. I do not grind our feed for our chicks. It comes in a crumble already. They will get through that. They do need some grit, so I'll show you some grit. So this is little particles of rock and granite. So granite rock. So show like, but that's what that would look like. So that's grit. You can buy grit, pick grit Tractor Supply, I know, and Atwoods. That's my go-to stores. I have a local feed mill that we go to also. I don't know that he carries a chick grit, but that one would do great. I got that one from another feed store that was a little bit out of our way. But anyways, so just make sure that you provide grit for them. When you get them home, you're gonna put their feed in a little chick feeder like this, little hole. They have big red ones that are long. I have a few of them. I'm feeding so many that I use a stacked one that holds like 10 pounds at a time. But that's what we usually use for small batches. So you can see it. All right. That's what you're going to put your, have one with feed and one with grit is what I would recommend in there. Cause they won't eat grit all the time. They'll only eat a little bit. If anything, if you have an extra one of these lids, like I do, I'll put grit in there, and then they can get just a little bit of grit from there. So you got your brooder, so here's our brooder. We're just gonna use a classic container. So what are we gonna put in the bottom of it? We're gonna use pine shavings or pine pellets. You know, pork pellets. This is the one that I bought for Tractor Supply. They're the exact same price as the pine shaving, and I love them. They're cheaper than dirty. Again, let me grab the camera real quick, and I'll show you. Some of them got wet, so you do not want to get them wet before. Here's them wet. They just turn into sawdust, and that's before they got wet. So that's the important part of that. So I like to lay a base, especially if I'm not using it or whatever. I like to use a base of shop now. I'm gonna grab some real quick. I was prepared for this. So blue shop towels, cheap, Walmart. Well, they're actually like $7. But remember this lineless bottom for the first few days with this only. And that'll keep splay legs away. That'll keep your chicks from hurting themselves. And it'll keep them dry. Good prayer. All right. So we're just going to set up our brooder here. I'm going to set this up. Do it sometime with breaching chicks out. All right. Except for I'm not going to put water. Can't put my water in there. My finger. And I'm going to put that right. We got my little Del Grit. Put it over here. And I got my brooder plate right here. So, what I want you to do, really important, is that I want you to put this feed and water close for the first few days to that brooder plate or your heat source. Your chicks are really gonna, they're gonna be really cold, not know what to do. So they're gonna be they're gonna need that nutrition and that feed and that water really bad. And sometimes you just you gotta go get it for them and basically empty them. So actually with the paper towels, you can sprinkle some feed on the ground underneath the brooder float just a little bit, and that'll get them started for sure. And that's why I like to start out with the paper towels. So after a few days, you can add them and change them over to the pine pellets. I don't know. I've seen that most people use some pine pellets, and I've used shavings before. Either way, whatever you could prefer and whatever you have readily available to you. So I'm gonna just grab this camera real quick. Sometimes I bring home. So this is a DIY at your home brooder. You got your feed, your water, your brooder plate, and what that took us a few minutes. So, and that's what I wanted to show the most about this in the brooding stages. Is this how to set up a brooder? Okay. I would adjust this. I don't have it adjusted right this second. And you're gonna quail chicks get flighty after about 2 weeks, which they only need to be in this for 3 weeks. So you can cut a hole in the top here. We just used one that I'd made. Oh, and it's wood with like a screen from a screen from screen door in it, and that's what we use as a lid that I made. So you can either cut that hole in the middle and then put some screen over it, or you can go, I mean, whatever your heart desires. But I don't want quail chicks flying over me. I will show you another. If you don't judge me too much, I'm going to show my brooder just a little bit. This is my brooder that is a shipping container that I got, and they're in there. They're nice and warm. So I have to. It's supposed to get to 20 degrees tonight, I think. So that's why I have the covers over them. And then this is the one I built. So this was a shipping container. You can buy them off of Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. I think it was $75. But I built this one here. I got some. There's my heat lamps. I have an Inkbird thermometer on there. See, they're cuddled up. They're staying warm. I have several in here because I counted 75 chicks in there. I put 75 in there the other day. So, this brooder will hold probably 300 to 500 chicks. So, and that's usually when I'm birding. It's middle of winter. I had a large order go out. So I had a 900 order go out today. And then, so I don't expect everybody to be at that level. I want to just show the basics of anybody can do it. So that's why it's so easy. It's simple, it's convenient. And then I'm going to go get my little heat gun laser thing, and we're going to take some readings on the heat to see how that goes. So, all right. I had to get a hat on because it was starting to get cold in my barn. So, I did want to show y'all, if I did turkey already, how hot this brooder plate is. You're right at 86 degrees. So that's why I don't use them in my barn. Exactly. Well, here in the middle, it's a little hot. That's perfect, 98. But since I have a draft and an over, or I have a draft in here and everything, and exhaust fans, that's why it doesn't work for my application, which that's fine. It's not for everybody. And then I'll come over here and we'll show how hot a. Well, I can't get to zoom. So that's just the outside of that. We'll see if we can the bulb right there. Hold on, let me see if I can get a bulb. Again, these are a fire hazard. It's not good, but that's what I use. Let's record it here. 364 degrees. That seems crazy. Yeah, 213. So just different. That's why I have up high, I have cokers, and it's just what we have to do to keep our chicks warm. You can still see their hide up, and they're not staying that warm. I mean, they're still cuddling together, doing good like that. So, um, besides that, I just wanted to reiterate, you know, each, um, each application is different. There's everything from small to our totes to our bigger breeders. Hatching time makes a cage that is a brooder. They have a stackable brooder. GQF makes a brooder. Um, what is it? Producer Pride used to make one, so if you can find one of them on Marketplace, they just had that brooder plate in them, and they went really good for that. But besides that, I mean, I say build it yourself. That's the best bet, and that's the most affordable option I'd see out there. But brooding chicks is really easy. Make sure you're cleaning them water jugs. Fresh water every day is super, super important. Um, sorry, I'm saying a lot, but it's um, just make sure they don't run out of feed and water, and keep them warm, and you'll be great with that. So, I want to thank Brian Roost and Carrie Blackman and all the other people who's participated. I know there's a lot of people doing these videos, but I appreciate you getting the opportunity to be able to do this. Again, you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on at Beam Farm, BEAM. You can find us on TikTok, Beam Farm. I do a lot of videos there. I have a YouTube. I don't upload there very much, but we're on Instagram. I think it's Beam_family_farm, because Beam Farm was already taken. And we do ship quail eggs and live quail, beamfarmllc.com. And you can check us out there. I don't have celadons on the website. I'm too low on celadon eggs. But I will have jumbo whites, jumbo browns, white wings. I have sparklies. I have pansies. And anyways, I had a bunch of them. I can't remember all the colors I have, but we'll be working on just awesome birds and keeping y'all stocked up in quail and quail eggs. So appreciate you. Bye.